Test audio. Test. Test.
Can I do the intro?
Yeah, we could do the intro.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Boy, that trashed my throat. Hang on. Yeah, we're on crack, all right. Today on the grid, it's Blind Photo Critique Day. Sunday. Motorsports. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, it's Blind Photo Critique Day. We have some good stuff. We have some bad stuff. We have some bad audio, as you already know about. But anyway, I'm back from being gone, so I'm ready to rip into some people and make them cry. No, that's not going to happen. You know why? Because it's going to be an extraordinary day on the grid. And actually, it's going to be a harsh day on the grid. And when does this all start, Mr. Kuna? Do you have any idea?
22.2 seconds. Let's go.
The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com.
Jib shot right here.
The redeeming dib.
It was better.
It's
way
better than the first time.
Even though we didn't have audio on the first one.
Yeah, we had no audio, but I don't have to tell you that because people were already texting us. There's no audio. But anyway, we have audio now, I think.
Let's hope.
And if not, I'm sure someone will text us.
Yeah.
But anyway, welcome to the grid. I've been gone for a month. I'm so happy to be back.
Yeah, how was it?
It was absolutely fantastic. Started with a workshop in Norway. I'm going to share some pictures and some stories from it in just a moment. Then I went to the countryside of England, to Cambridge, and stayed with my friends, the Joneses, Claire Jones and Dr. Jones. Had a wonderful time with them. They're the most gracious hosts you could possibly imagine, with the best coffee and croissants you've ever had.
Keeping up with the Joneses.
And then Dr. Jones drove me to Heathrow, where I met my wife at the arrivals counter. It was like a scene out of Love Actually. And then we boarded a trip for our 35th wedding anniversary, boarded a cruise all around England, Scotland, Ireland, and then off to Bergen, Norway.
Nice.
And so we were gone. I was gone for an entire month.
Yeah.
And it was just a ball, though.
Yeah, you've never done that.
We had a wonderful time. That's the longest I've ever been away from home, and I don't regret it one bit. Yeah. It was wonderful, and I'm getting ready to leave again to go to Tokyo. So, it's crazy.
For the Worldwide Photo Walk
I'll be doing my Worldwide Photo Walk in Tokyo, so that's exciting. I do want to share some stuff from the workshop.
Yeah.
So I did the workshop with a couple of different people. First off, Mimo Adani. You guys know Mimo, Kelby 1 instructor. I also got help from another Kelby 1 instructor who was wonderful, Dave Williams, who's a Kelby 1 instructor, as you know. Dave lives in Lofoten. Mm-hmm. So he lives in Lofoten, which is where the workshop was, and he actually lives in Svolvær, which is the town where we chose to kind of make our home base. And Dave is a photo guide, and he and his partner were with us the whole week through all the scouting, through everything. I got to tell you, it was absolutely phenomenal.
That's awesome.
If you were going to Lofoten and you don't hire Dave to be your guide, you're making a huge mistake. I'm telling you, he's phenomenal. Him and Alfredo. He called himself Alfred, but he's from Spain. Anyway,
you gotta Spain it up.
I tell you, they were great. We had 2 8-passenger vans. We went everywhere. We did everything. But Dave's got so many contacts. He knows everybody there. Now, he's only lived there, I think, 18 months. But he knows everyone in that small island. Like, we'd be off in the middle of nowhere, and he'd walk into the, oh, hi, Dave, as usual. You getting,
Yeah.
Yeah, they were, I can't say enough about Dave and his company. They were absolutely first-rate, super professional, did a great job, and they were just super helpful. I'm going to share some pictures in which you will also see Dave, and you'll see Mimo, and you'll see the crew. So can we take a look on screen? So I did an Adobe Spark page, right? It's called Adobe Express now.
Yes.
but it's not done. So there's not much text, but I can show you at least some pictures. I know it's
We
just
see
not.
the pictures, just don't look at the text.
Yeah. So it took a lot to get there. Oh, where's my text?
Well, opening paragraph goes here.
Yeah, no, I wrote a paragraph.
You probably didn't hit publish.
No, I did hit publish.
You probably didn't hit publish twice.
So anyway, here's a long exposure. This is in Svolvær, right? 2 minutes from our hotel. Like, you walk out the front door, and you
Right.
look over, and this scene.
This is what you're met with.
That's what
That
you're sitting.
scene.
Yeah, you're sitting there. But that's a long exposure, right? And it took us like 5 flights to get there, which was a
Which
little
is
painful.
one of the things in travel photography.
Yep, and it took 2
is
days.
part of the thing.
Because my flight landed too late to get my flights onto Buda and Svolvær. So this is the plane you wind up on to do the last leg. The last leg's a 19-minute flight. And I was able to get my camera bag in the overhead.
There you go.
It actually fits. So it's
Well,
not,
I think
not too
we have
bad.
the same camera problem. You have the Airport Essential,
Yep.
and I think I have the Airport Essential too. That's what I love about it. And go under the seat or above,
Yep.
just fine.
It works well. Here's my crew. This is our photo crew. Great group of folks. Just really, really awesome and fun. And they were up for anything. And we had some weather. We had some funky weather. We had to
Yeah, I
shoot in
remember
kind of
talking to you about, like, it
sprinkling and
was not
overcast
ideal.
and all. But what day? So the day, see the first picture up here? That's us at that location, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we had one day where everything was gorgeous. And Dave picked us up in the morning, and we went all over that whole island. We were everywhere. But here's one of the shots there from where we were, and a beautiful overlook. And we also, with Dave's help, hired a model, not just a model, because she looks like Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah.
But look at this. And her dog.
There you go.
Yeah, it was great. And we found this great beach location. And then you see how her hair is blowing? I wanted this windswept look. So Mimo.
Yeah, I figured that was what it was.
Mimo took
Reflector,
a
you just-
reflector. Dave had a reflector, and we used that
Yep.
to
Fan.
blow her hair.
Yeah.
And I have a behind the scenes shot because, all right, take a look at the shots so you see what the final shots look like. And she was terrific. She was wonderful. All right,
Yep.
here we go. Right?
Right.
And then here's what the behind the scenes shot looks like.
Mhm.
There we are, shooting on the rocks. And she's got the sword. The sword. Yep, that's us. All right.
This award.
And there's Dave. Now,
That's an award-winning one.
I
right
can't
there.
really explain what Dave was doing. He seems very enthusiastic.
He's trying to get on that Norway tourism blog or something.
He was
for that
all
one.
about it. But he speaks Norwegian. Like
Yeah.
he was able to get around and do stuff.
That's cool.
And then this is a little. All right, I got to tell you a story about this. This is actually a very popular Instagram location. We drove right past it.
It's
we're driving.
Instagrammy. Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that.
it looks very right, and it's a
Isolated,
big,
yeah.
big Instagrammy thing. So I took my group there. Now we're driving past it already, and I tell them, guys, this is a one-trick pony. We're going to get out of the van. We're going to just pull the vans off the road. We're going to go. We're going to shoot this cabin, and then we're getting right back in the van. 5 minutes. It's one shot.
Good luck.
So we get there, everybody gets out, and they go right past this. They go past it. They
Yeah.
all go onto the beach, and I'm like, no, the shot's up. So I'm
right
trying
there.
to put the kittens back in the box. No, the
Yep.
shot's up here. And so everybody comes walking back and go, I don't get it. This shot sucks. And one of the guys is like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Like they were all just. And then at the end of the week, we have this thing where we give an award. Like we
Yeah.
give an award to the best. And people were submitting that shack, and I'm like, you guys were so down on it.
Well,
Anyway.
I could see it's what we talked about.
It's very simple.
It's isolated, simple scene.
Yes.
Not a lot going on.
Yes.
And then you got one person in the
And
background
I
for
love
scale.
it. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And this was
There's
one.
another
This is
one.
one that
Yeah.
Dave found for us, where that the building kind of mimics the mountain behind
Yeah.
it. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then
Simple, isolated.
And this was a cool location.
Yeah, but see, like even that's a perfect example of I like the cabin shot stronger than
Why?
just the landscape.
yes,
Like because
I
it
know.
has some
It's got something to it.
subject.
All right, and I'm going to take you through a couple more. I went to this church a couple of different times. One time it started raining, and we went back at sunset, and we had really nice weather. And we got to go inside a museum, and Dave had all kinds of cool connections. Here's one of our late night shots of that little church, which is really cool. And then this was, again, literally right outside our hotel room door. Like, you could almost shoot this from the hotel. It's like you just walk 60 seconds, and there you are. And then from the Netherlands, with Dave's help, Dave was the guy that turned me on to this guy, Roel, who is a wonderful guy. And he is a very, very serious Viking. And, dude, his outfit is so detailed. It is so, I mean, it is, and he was great. You can see all these different poses and stuff. He had this legit stuff. He also dressed up as a fisherman.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
it was
I like
raining, and we
that.
did a shoot inside. Yeah, the fisherman stuff came out really nicely. Hopefully you'll see it. But he was terrific. Here's our behind-the-scenes shot. He's up on a big rock. He scampered up this big rock with all this stuff on, right? And here's our crew. Now Daniel is wearing a fur. He took one of Roel's furs. But this is the crew out there shooting. There's Mimo right there, and this is our crew, and there's Alfredo. And there's the selfie king himself, Dave.
With the Longhorn hat on.
With the Longhorn hat on. All right. This is from our hotel. This is right outside our hotel window. And then here we have Roel again, dressed as a fisherman, reading a very small Bible by a window with a pipe and a fisherman's cap. He was terrific. He was a wonderful subject and a super nice guy. Very, very cool.
Love the window light.
And this was a neat one. We also flew a drone here. We had some drones with us, a couple different drones. Dave has got a big, crazy, expensive mega drone, and Mimo had a regular person drone.
A regular person drone. There you go.
And anyway, I'll just show you a couple more shots. I do have a nice video that I'm just going to click and see if it'll play. Let's see if it plays here. Yeah, here we go. So this is, hit play there. This is this little village we took everybody to. And that's Dan there shooting with his phone.
It's a great camera.
It's a great camera.
Mirrorless
I used my phone
Love that
a ton.
mirrorless
Some of the
camera.
photos you've already seen were taken with my phone. And look at this village, right? Just beautiful. And it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And look how gorgeous this is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And you can stay right. Those red cabins, you can stay in them. People would rent them and stay right there.
Yeah, I love landscape photography,
Sunflare.
or like travel photography, where it's you got a landscape and people living. You know, like
Yeah, it was really neat. All right, that's just a quick thing. Let me go back. How do I go back? Oh, I don't go back. That was bad.
No,
That was a huge mistake.
do that.
Oh, now I got to reload the page. Hang on. Rookie mistake. I should have hit an X
Adobe
instead of
Express rookie mistake.
Adobe Express rookie mistake. Give it a second because it's got to reload, because that's the way Adobe Express is. Anyway, I'm almost done. Well, I just want to get a couple last shots to show you, but while we're waiting,
until it doesn't
again,
load.
Dave's. Now I'm going to give you Dave's website. So if you're thinking of going, I'm hoping this inspired you to make you go, wow, that's what a beautiful place, you know. But if you're thinking of going, you got to get Dave. Anywhere you're going in the Lofoten Islands, he is your guy. So I'll give you his site here in just a minute. But let me go.
Right below the video.
Yeah, right below the video is where we were.
There
Okay. This is, I tell you what, it was the land of panos.
I love that sky.
Dude, you could shoot. But yeah, it had its own like thing right here, right? You know how like mountains will have their own ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, the classic Hamnoy. It's not really how it's pronounced, but that's the classic bridge. And you have to shoot either over the railing or through the railing. I went through. And you can see some more shots from around. That's Mimo right there acting as a fisherman as well while we were waiting. Here's some of the crew. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see us out there shooting at sunset, up on the bridge from that Hamnoy shot, different locations. That's us out there shooting. And this is Dave opens up the back of the van. We've got snacks and hot chocolate and tea and everything. And it was a perfect night for it because it was a little chilly. And do we have any more shots? I think that's it. Oh, and this, you know what? This is not the finished version. Give me 1 second. Let me go just see, because that is not the one I hit publish on. This is the one I hit.
It sometimes happens though.
Yeah, because I think there's more pictures
Could
down
be
here
the
that didn't
cached
make it.
version.
No, I guess that's
No,
the end.
That's it.
All right. Well, anyway,
It's a work in progress. As
it's a work in
is,
progress.
though.
Yeah, I will post it, and you'll be able to go see it. But and I'll post a link to it. But wonderful trip. Let me get you real quick. Just give me 1 second to get you Dave's company, so you can Now he is follow him on Instagram. He is the letter I, Dave Williams. But let me just grab his. I've got a.
While he's grabbing that,
Yes.
we do have prizes that we're going to be giving away in a second, so just get ready for that.
Oh, I got to talk about the prize today too.
Yeah, and
1 second.
to enter those prizes, all you're going to do is leave us comments and tell us what you want to win.
Yeah, that's how you enter to win. You just leave us a comment. Let me go up here. 1 second. I'm getting Dave's site for you, and obviously I didn't have it right here at my fingertips like I should have.
Do you want me to go over the prizes?
Go over the prizes.
Yeah, so prizes. We're going to give away Platypod Basic, which is this little attachment that goes on the bottom here. It actually works with a regular ball head. I've tested it out. It works with a regular ball head too. As long as it's a small camera, it will work really great. But it works awesome with this combo where you get the one where it's the phone holder and the basic together, and it's an awesome little package for your iPhone. So we're giving one of those away. We're giving away a copy of On One No Noise 2024, which is a great plugin for removing noise and adding back that sharpening that you lose with high noise photos. Then we're going to giving away a V Flat from V Flat World. Now that's going to be U.S. shipping only. So to enter that, just make sure you have a U.S. shipping address. So everybody can get a discount. They use the code Kelby10 at checkout to get 10% off. Then Retouch for Me is giving away their Heal app, which a great AI-based way of removing imperfections in the skin. Works right inside of Photoshop. Gives you a cool mask that you can work on afterwards, so you're not kind of like stuck with it. It's something where you can modify it afterwards. So somebody's going to win that, but you can get 20% off by using the code Kelby120 at checkout. But you just have to go to promo.retouch4.me and to get that 20% discount. And then SlickPick is giving away a 1 year of their classic gallery plan. This is for new customers only, so you have to be a new customer to get that prize. But everybody can get a discount over there as well. Just go to slickpick.com/Kelby1.
All right. In the meantime, I was able to pull up Dave's site. It is the Lofoten Insight. So Lofoten, Lofoten Insight. And he has all these different tours. He has landscape tours, but he is an absolute expert on the aurora, on finding the aurora, and he's deep into it. And so he is your best chance in the world to get a great shot because he knows the locations. He's got all the math. He has every app in the world that
books
crushes
on it, all that
everything.
good stuff.
He's written books on it. I think he's on his third edition of one of his books. So anyway, Lofoten Insight. It's just.
And, one of the things is we're actually going into a very active solar season.
Yes, solar season.
It works over like an 8-year period. I'm a nerd like that with my astrophotography, and we're going into a more active time right now. So now's a time, if you're getting into it,
diggity,
where you're going to have an easier time capturing it.
All right, we're giving away something wild today. I got my first printed copy of my brand new book called Crush the Composition. So this book is has 1 foot on the coffee table and 1 foot in the classroom, as we say. So it's got a really, I'll show you kind of the look. It's got a very coffee table-like look to it. And it's all about, the entire book is about composition. The entire book. Now.
That's nice.
Now, they are still shipping these. These are coming from South Korea, where all books are printed anymore. However, the ebook is in stock right now at Amazon, and we're going to give away an ebook as well. So if you want the Crush the Composition ebook that you can get right now, excuse me, I trashed my throat on the intro.
Yeah, I haven't even seen this book yet.
That's it.
Yeah, that's cool. I like how you have the settings in the back of all the.
Yeah, I put all the settings
for the
shots. And everything.
Yeah, that's cool.
But anyway, it's the whole book, and it's not your standard composition. It is not the rules of composition. In the very back, I think I put 10 pages where if you must see the rules, here they are. But the whole rest of the book is not about that.
Yeah, it's like you're emphasizing all the stuff again. We're gonna talk about here in a second when we do critiques, like where you can.
It's the other stuff.
Add motion, putting a foreground element.
It's all the other stuff that is not in the rule of thirds, and not. I mean, the rules of composition, including the rule of thirds. Anyway, I do briefly talk about them, but I tell you from the very beginning, this book is not about the rules.
So we're giving away an ebook.
Stuff.
We're giving away an ebook, so that's another thing.
Giving away an ebook today.
Enter.
All right, let me snap out of this here. Okay. Now, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we've got lots of images to look at. We asked people to submit 3 of their best images, and we're going to give honest critiques right after this break. Don't go away.
Photoshop World 2024, where imagination becomes reality. Come join us for 3 days of creativity, fun, and teaching. Discover the future of photo editing with the industry experts. Transform your photos with Photoshop fundamentals. Improve your Lightroom workflow. Dive into new AI, presets, and filters. Try next-level color techniques. Learn creative compositing. And improve portraits with advanced retouching. Your journey to extraordinary images starts here.
Hey, Jeff Leinbach here on Kelby1.com with my new class, Event Photography Basics. So if you're ever thought about shooting event photography, this is a great class to get started in this. We talk about gear, we talk about what to shoot, making sure you're capturing the right things. All of those things wrapped up in Event Photography Basics. So come join my latest class on Kelby1.com.
Hey everyone, I am nature photographer Ian Plant, and this video is part of Kelby's National Park series. And I travel the world looking for the most amazing places to photograph. And I've seen a lot of dramatic and epic landscapes. And people often ask me, Ian, where's your favorite place in the world to photograph? And they're often surprised that my answer is Badlands National Park in South Dakota. I love the Badlands. And it's ironic because this is a place that often gets overlooked by other serious landscape photographers. But I think it's one of the best places in the world to practice landscape photography. It's an amazing place. There are so many colors and textures and patterns in the landscape here. And during the summer thunderstorm season, you get the most epic sunrise and sunset skies imaginable. And in this video, I'm going to share some of my favorite Badlands shooting locations, like the Big Badlands Overlook, or the Door Trail, or Panorama Point, or my personal favorite, Bigfoot Pass. So join me on this amazing Badlands photo adventure, only available at Kelby1.com.
Badlands, Badlands, Badlands.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Canon.
All right, you guys ready to look for some pictures? Look at some pictures. You're
Yes,
ready.
let's
You're
look
ready
at
for
pictures.
something. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at our first one. Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Got to fix that.
No.
Yeah. I don't see any. I don't like.
No.
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 Okay. Like that one's out of place, right?
Yeah, it's completely out. Like this is very nicely done.
Yeah, right at
nice
time of day,
toning,
good lighting,
composition.
Yeah, I like the little bit of motion. Then they got motion here.
This one's got good motion, and it's well carried out, except for the
muddy.
sky is brown.
Muddy.
The sky should not be brown. We'll
Yeah.
fix that in a minute.
That's the light pollution with like a little. Yeah, but we can fix
but
it.
what is this?
Well, so it's like you're trying the long exposure, but it's not long enough.
It's not nearly long enough.
Subject, which again, the mountain's so far away, and you're such a wide angle.
Yeah.
The clouds, because it's not long enough. I mean, there's nothing. There's just nothing to really.
Yeah, this is not.
Look at here. That's like, ooh, that's drawing me in.
So let's recap. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. No.
No.
All right, let's go fix this one.
More of that.
So,
more of the first one.
So this thing with the brown sky, come on, you know it's not supposed to be brown. Let's go over here and go sky. Let's go to, I like to make it blue hour.
Yes.
I don't know if we can go far enough to make it blue hour. Look at that. It won't
But
even
even
go.
right there, now
even
you've
black at
neutralized.
least.
Look at
yeah.
how much you had to neutralize just to get it looking like a night black sky.
Yeah, wow. But I thought we could put some blue on it. Let's try again. Let's go and say select sky again.
Yeah, you're just gonna keep
and
on
try to
pumping blue?
Push blue. Oh no, it's not really going to do it. But I think I would just overall pump some blue into this.
Yeah, I
everything
could use
looks
some.
so brown. Let's go to color here. Just push some blue into it. Maybe a little. Now the sky's starting to get a little blue.
Yeah.
There's maybe more post-processing issues here than I had thought. But
at
that
the same
brown's
time,
got to go.
That right there isolated, neutralized it to where it's not screaming. The
Yeah.
overall white balance is just wrong.
Right. But I think photographically, both of those are pretty good. And the third one, you got to cut
Yeah,
loose.
because you're showing the motion.
Yep.
You've got the curves, but then you go to that last one,
Yep.
and it's like it's totally unrelated.
All right. Let's roll on.
All right.
And next would be some portraits. Here we go. We got one.
Mm-hmm.
We got two.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the interesting thing. The lighting's kind of messed up. I really like him, and I like his pose. I think the whole thing is maybe a little too bright, right? I think maybe if you just darken the exposure and then maybe brought up the whites, because you kind of almost need, like, look.
You're trying to make it look like, give him some dramatics.
Yeah,
or give him some character.
something with it. It's just a little too bright, and his shadows on the other side of his face are not very, very happening. And so I'm hoping that this will maybe help a little bit. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I like that.
But I think he's a good subject. All right, so that's good. But the lighting is kind of, what I would call this is almost split lighting. You've lit half his face and it cuts right. Look how it cuts right down his nose and everything. The lighting's not happening.
Well, and I think that's where you're going with the split lighting. More dramatic on the split lighting looks better.
Yeah. In this case, he seems, and this is hard to say because I like an intimate portrait. He seems too close to the camera. Now, this seems like, I'm thinking, a wide-angle lens was used, and there's some facial distortion, and the lighting is way too bright. Like, he's overlit to death. So let's try to pull back some of the lighting first. I'm just pulling back the highlights.
Shot with a 90.
With
Which
a 90?
does not look that way.
It doesn't look like a 90.
Looks distorted.
Yeah, he looks like he's too close, and I think you cropped it a little too close here.
But maybe that is just in the posing
Yeah.
and how you have him leaning.
And you got shadows on this side of his face. So, I don't know.
I think that's maybe also where you're coming at it, because the one side that is lit better is the side that's not featuring.
Well, but you want the shadow on this side. You
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to short light him, but
it's
just
the way the shadow's falling.
But here's the thing. He has a long face, right? I don't mean that in any kind of negative way. People have round
That's what I'm
faces.
saying. It's like
and I think you should have broad lit him, right? So if someone has a round face, we short light them.
Yeah.
So where the shadow is closest to the camera. If they have a long face, you broad light them.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't broad light them, you short light them. So it makes their long face look longer. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what's
So I
happening
think
here.
that's the lighting. It's lighting. All right, and then the last one. So I like what you did on the right side. So the right side is good, and the shadows on his face, maybe they're a little dark, but they're okay. But the left side of his face is a little too bright. But I think this one is the best lighting situation because what you have is a really nice setup. You got soft light as your main light, then you've got a little bit of shadow, and then it goes to a kicker light. I think this is the best of the three, lighting-wise, and he gave you a nice look. So I don't want to discourage you at all because I think you're on the right track. You just got to tweak the lighting a little. I think this last one's pretty good, but you like, and he's giving you a very genuine-looking smile. It kind of.
Would you say too that I think with the lighting, the key light is always just overlit a little bit in all these?
Yeah, all of these, the key lights.
Just
This one's
much.
not.
Well,
it
maybe a
can
little
come
bit.
back a little. I would maybe pull a. You can just probably pull the highlights on this side of his face a little.
Yeah.
And then maybe open up the shadows just a little bit on the other side.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So
and
just-
that's very little what I did. But anyway, but these are all like you're right there. You're this close. You're right. All right.
Right.
So
Okay.
you're going in the right direction. Pay a little more attention to the lighting, but I think you're on your way. All right, let's take a look at these. These three. I could see the thumbnails. They're all over the place. All right.
Yeah.
One.
Okay.
All right. We'll start with this one. Unfortunately, it's just a guy running with the ball. What we're looking for in a sports picture is what's called the peak moment of action, where something interesting is happening. We're also generally, to make it a great sports shot, I need to see the player's eyes.
Yeah.
There's that saying, you probably heard me say it.
2 eyes.
2 eyes and a ball.
One ball.
Like that's the starting point. That's not the ending point. That's the barrier to entry. But what you have here is a guy running forward with the ball. And I'm going to ask you as the photographer a question. How many times in a football game does this happen? A guy running with the ball.
Especially in a high school game like that, all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Every play, somebody, the quarterback, a running back, a receiver, somebody is running straight ahead with the ball. Is there anything exciting or interesting or unusual? It's just a bunch of people, and you don't see the player's face, and nothing interesting is happening. So it is like if I sent this in, my editor would reject it. He'd be like, why did you send this?
Yeah, it's just kind of that in-between shot that you're
It's
like,
just-
that's when you're going through your picks, you're like, yeah, it's
no,
okay.
Yeah, it's a nope. All right. This one, it looks like you lit the flags with your car headlights. That's not really a good look. So
Yeah, there's like a light down low that's lighting and casting shadows. Now, there is lights in the back here.
but those
also-
lights aren't lighting the
Yeah, they're not lighting the flags over there. So
Now,
I do think...
I like that you've got
Over
you use
there, too.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah.
There's something funky going on with your lighting. The rest is okay. I'm not crazy about a solid black sky, but you know, if it is what it is. But I think with a little care towards the foreground, and I know that you want to see, but I would almost rather not use the headlights and paint it in some light than to have it look like you just pulled a truck up there and turned on the lights. The third one is, I think, far and away the best of the three. However, I want to see more propeller spin.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of propeller spin, but I wouldn't think it's enough. I think, and let's go see if we can see what
like
the
1/500th, 1/640th
let's go
of a
see.
second.
Let's go see if it shows. Yeah, 1/670th of a second
I
is
was gonna
way too fast for a propeller plane. That should have been at the lowest, at the highest 1/250th.
Yeah.
What do you think, 1/250th?
Yeah, 1/250th is the entry point.
Yeah,
for
and
that.
then you would ideally
And
love to
ideally,
get it
I love
lower.
to get down like with that plane. It'd be really cool at like 160th.
Yeah, well,
190th.
that's a slower moving plane.
Yeah.
So you might be able to get it to 160th
Yeah, I mean,
or something.
not to brag, but like 1/640th is like my jet setting anymore because I
Yeah.
want that blur behind the jet.
Yeah.
Like, but that's where it is with this stuff. It is getting that motion, and right now I think that's what you're seeing is there's just not a lot of motion there.
Yeah,
it
so
almost looks
we
like
got
just not enough.
Yeah, so we got a little work to do here
Just
on
you know
all
what?
three of these.
Go at least down to 1/320th.
Yeah,
And at least there
at
you would
least,
get
yeah.
like that full blur. You'd get a full blur of a
Yep.
propeller.
Let's take a look.
Like a
Here we go.
quarter turn.
Oh, you know what Eric and I are going to say about this one, so we'll just move on. Ouch.
All right.
All right,
Not
this
long
one.
enough.
This one has the most potential, but the long exposure isn't near long enough.
Not long enough.
If you'd have put an ND filter like a 10 stop or a 12 or a 14 or a 16 or something, you'd have had smooth, silky water.
And
it would make an
Add
entirely
some
different
contrast,
picture.
dramatic it up.
Yep.
Dramatics.
It would add dramatics. It would simplify the scene. Unfortunately, there's just not long enough there. This one is just shot in the worst possible light. It's crooked as anything. Look at your
You're
tree
trying
line.
to do the leading line, but it's not working.
It might work at dawn or at sunset and straighten your camera while you're there, but it's just everything looks dry. Do you know what I mean? Like the picture looks dry. Like
Well,
the
it's-
wood looks dry.
and I think that's what you're saying,
It's
'cause
the
of the
bad
time of
lighting.
day.
Time of
Yeah.
day.
Time of day is
And I
affecting
also
that
think
one.
your white balance is not great. I think I would want to add a little yellow in there.
Because it's always nice to have a little, like that leading line, the curve. Like I
Oh,
know
yeah,
you're going
it's
for,
not
but
really a what you call it. It's not so much a compositional problem as it is you just shot this at the worst possible time.
But
See
that
what I
helped
mean
a
about
lot.
it? Well, it's also
yeah,
crooked as
warmed it
crap.
up. Like now the wood looks like it doesn't have that like coolness that you were talking about. There was like a
Yeah.
coolness to it.
I need to rotate this a bit though.
You gotta take that crookedness out.
Maybe like somewhere in there. And
Then
then
you could crop it in.
constrain it. Something like that. You see how it was.
Yeah.
That's getting you in the ballpark, but it's not a killer shot. It's okay. This you're trying the long exposure, and it's not quite long enough. It's better. It's better than the other one. But what this is a messy photo. You got sticks and branches and all. When you see a very successful stream shot, it is generally very clean. You don't have sticks. I mean, look at this. Starting up here.
Well, you'd also have some kind
Sticks,
of the
sticks,
water would be falling
sticks.
into a pool that would
Yeah.
be then leading you up. Like I could see maybe from this angle where this water's pooling
Right.
up.
Yeah, it's not a good.
But again,
good angle.
it's probably not the best stream to be. I mean, it's good to like practice on.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. It's good to practice on, but it's not a compositionally going to be a winner.
Yeah, need a little work on these two. All right, we're going to take a short pause. When we come back, we're going to do some shout outs and we're going to look at some more pictures. So stick around. We'll be right back here on the grid with a little jib work, courtesy of the Dobson. That's better. That's better. It didn't cut off our heads or anything.
We know who looking like this for real. We know who looking like this. We know who looking like this for real. We know who looking like this.
Hi, I'm Joe McNally, and I'm completely excited to talk to you right now, right here, about a class called The Complete Photographer. It's an amazing journey from genre to genre. We did sports photography, we did studio flash, we did location flash, soft light, portrait light, athletic light. We took those principles of the studio out onto location. We worked in hard sun on the beach. We went into establishments and we told the story of a particular shop or shopkeeper in a whole variety of locations. I basically took 40 years of photographic experience and I poured it into 5 days. It's probably the best class I've ever taught. We had an incredible Kelby video team with us every step of the way. So every beat, every nuance, every frame are all recorded, so now it's yours. You can partake in this class as if you were there. It was literally the most complete week of teaching I've ever done. And maybe that's why the class is called The Complete Photographer.
Wow, Santorini, amazing photography opportunities.
I'm telling you, it's like they made an island on the Aegean Sea just for photographers to take great photos. It's one of those places that you cannot come back with mediocre photos. You're gonna have great photos, and I'm gonna send you to 17 places, 16 places, and then my restaurant recommendation. Oh, the food. So in this course, I'm gonna show you my very favorite places to shoot, all the iconic places you wouldn't find on your own. Really neat stuff. Great little asides and stuff that you're gonna go, I can shoot here, I can shoot there. It's amazing how close and compact it is. So whether you're there on a cruise or you're flying into Santorini, I got you covered. I have all these places and a PDF that shows the location, gives you a sample photo, tells you exactly where it is, gives you the address. I am setting you up for success in a photographer's guide to Santorini. And where is it found, Larry?
Only on Kelby One.
Exactly.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the world's most compact tripod base.
Hey, we're back. Got some shout outs.
Yeah, we got people joining all over. From Nebraska's in the house. Larry H saying hi. And then Grumpy Mike over here from Tampa saying hi.
Hey, Mike.
Lewis is saying, hey there, Grid folks from Maryland. And then Deb saying hi from a warm California. Nina saying hi from Pennsylvania. Mike saying hi from Albany. Chris saying hi from Milwaukee. Maria saying hi all the way from Sweden.
Woo.
Rick Salmon says hello.
Rick
and
Salmon.
Dave Williams is in the house.
Ooh, Dave Williams is in the house.
There we go. So, and then Bobby's got a comment saying, thanks, Scott, for your Budapest and Prague classes. I'll be in Central Europe next month and looking forward to using Scott's courses.
Oh, good. Great.
And Paul's asking, what camera bag did you use for your trip? And I know we have the same one. It's that Airport Extreme.
Right, but Paul,
Airport Essentials.
I need to make this clear. I only use the camera bag to get my gear to the location.
Yes.
My camera, it never leaves the hotel room. So what I would recommend really is the Think Tank. Oh, come on, what's it called? Turnstile.
It's the sling.
It's the Think Tank Turnstile 10, which is a very small bag, but it holds a lot, and it's great if you're going to take one or two lenses. Now, I wouldn't have even taken a bag, but I was doing my workshop as well. That's it right there. That's the one I recommend, the Think Tank Photo Turnstile 10 version 2. It's a sling bag. And can you click on some of those icons so they can see, like, yeah, there you can see inside the bag. It holds up to a camera body and two lenses, and I put my Platypod in there, and I put my ball head in there, and I mean, I got everything in there. That thing holds an amazing amount. It's a wonderful bag. Jeff Linebaugh turned me into that, and I love it. It's great, and highly recommend it. The only reason why I took my other camera bag was I was going to that workshop, and I needed to take ND filters and a tripod and all that. I had the whole house with me because of the workshop, but I only actually took one lens to use for the whole workshop. One lens. Okay.
Yep.
So let's take a look at our next images. These are nice. Take a look at this. Look at that. Look at that. And that's nice too. This is just a good photographer. Very, very nicely done here with the super sharp bird.
Out of focus background.
Out of focus background, shooting
Simplifies
down low.
the frame.
Simple, good placement for, I mean, just is everything good. So is this one.
Got down low.
Yeah, getting down low in both of these. They're at the eye level of the animal or the bird. And
The wings up for flight.
This is very nicely done. And so is this. These are all, I don't know what to tell you. Good job. That was an easy critique.
That was easy.
Good job. Oh, more birds. Ooh, this is nice. Ooh, look at that. Same thing. Look at the angle they're at. Super sharp.
It's like it's striking a pose back at you.
Very, very nice. Beautiful light. Maybe a little bright in the background, but still very, very nice. And I mean, these are like pro quality bird shots. We've seen 2 of them in a row.
Yeah.
And I don't have any critiques. These are great. They're wonderful. Just keep doing what you're doing. Holy cow, those are nice. All right, let's see what we got. Man, I did a poor job here. Hold on.
That was an empty folder.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
Could be the bridge.
I don't know what's happening here. Hang on one second, folks. Don't move. Don't breathe. Don't move. Don't breathe. Don't make a sound. Did you see what Susan got me?
Oh, there you go.
Right, she's one of the participants on my...
Ooh, this folder has something.
Don't move. Don't breathe. Don't make a sound. All right. Sorry. She was very gracious to get me that. Here we go.
Ah, now that's the propeller we were talking about.
There's the propeller that we're talking about from that other shot.
This shot is actually technically very hard. Two planes moving at different paces sometimes, and then the one's wobbling while the other one's wobbling. So to get those tracked, good job.
Would you call this a heritage shot?
It's a heritage flight usually.
Heritage flight,
yes.
sorry. Heritage flight.
Yes, it's where they're doing the old and the new.
Look at this nice, like lots of nice. Is this is an old what F-14?
No, that's a F-18. That's
is that?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
same one that like the Blue Angels use,
Oh,
but it's
okay.
got the little fuel tank on the bottom.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Look at this with the Italian flag.
The
That must be
Italian.
Italian demo team or something.
Yeah.
But these are all very nice. Very.
I like
I
'em.
mean, these are on the money.
Yeah,
Money.
well, I also like
Money.
Like looking the first two, you've got the right space. You've got the planes moving in. The planes are moving in. They're not on the edge of the frame. They've
Right, they're
got
not-
space to fly into.
Yep.
Same thing here. You've got the peak moment of action with the vapors going around the
Yeah,
plane.
these are great.
And then
This-
that's you got the curve. Like
Look at all those
not
photos we
much,
just saw in a row
we can
that
tell
were
ya.
so good. All right, let's see what we got here.
Ooh,
Uh-oh,
nice.
little Milky Way action.
I like that. Know where that spot is? Been there.
Look
Very
at that
dramatic
sky.
sky. Leading line of the road. Yep.
Now, if it were me, I got to tell you, I would get rid of some of those, if not all of those power
Poles,
lines.
yeah.
All the power lines and poles are not helping this picture because when I look at this, it's the first thing I look at are the power lines. You want me, I think, to be looking at that sky.
You want the sky and the road.
Follow
like the
the road
to the
down
sky.
to the sky.
But you're kind of getting pulled up to what are these power lines? What are these power lines?
I would get rid of those for sure, and they're so
I think if
easy.
you got rid of the power lines and the poles, that would be a very strong.
Yeah,
I would even
yep.
almost link that road together, so it's just
Yeah, I
like
was
one
thinking
straight
this-
road.
I was thinking the same thing. How do you do something like that?
I bet you could do it.
Well,
I
yeah,
bet
of
there's
course you
this
could.
app called Photoshop.
Yeah,
that'll do this
Photoshop
thing
will do it
for us.
All right. So what I would do, I'd probably use generative fill for all of this. So let's go here and get rid of that. First, let's just look at that. Let's just use
Let's
generative
see what
fill.
happens.
I think it'll be all right.
Yeah,
I
we just
think-
don't want that turn off, and then we're going to remove that stop sign.
Yep. I'm gonna turn up the brightness.
You are going to have to continue the road, though.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, we can do it.
That's better.
Yeah, that's better. I
Yeah,
like
one
the
of those.
second one.
But
Yeah.
here's what I'd probably do then. I would probably go in with the clone stamp tool right here and just take this road and follow it down. Option click right there, and just ka-chow. Something like that. That's a little sloppy.
Yeah, but we're doing it
And
quick.
then you want to get rid of the stop sign. Now, some of this you can do. Some of this you can do here. Watch. Filter. Luminar Neo.
Oh, you're going to do the power
I'm
poles.
doing the power AI
Power
power
lines.
lines. All right. Go to edit. And go to
The only tool built for this. This is like the
Erase.
tool built for it.
remove power lines. It did pretty well.
It did pretty well.
You know what's missing from this thing? It never takes the poles. It just takes the lines.
Yeah, but the lines are the harder thing.
yes. All right, and then
And it did add almost like a
smudge.
tornado coming down on that one pole.
tornado coming over here.
But
and then
we can fix that stuff easy.
I think we get rid of this with
Now that you have the lines gone, though, the poles are easier.
yeah. I would even some of those other poles down the road I don't care as much about.
Yeah, we don't want that.
And this has got to go.
Yeah, we don't want that.
12 seconds from now, they should be gone.
And then we got to get rid of that
what-
stop
what
sign.
the hell happened
What happened
there?
that? I don't know. That wasn't. I thought that wasn't there. Yeah. Well, we can remove that too.
Yeah. Give it 12 seconds here. Hang on.
There we go. It
What?
says it didn't
Wait.
get the pole.
How did it not get the pole? Wait, hold on.
Did we like deselect it? I don't know what happened there.
Well, you know what? Here,
Well,
you know
just
what?
pick the first one and then just keep on going. Like that's what's cool about it is you could just keep on going.
Well, yeah, I know, but you could also just do this.
Oh, I don't think you're not wide enough. Yeah.
Why is it? Come on, kids. That's what do you call it? Content aware fill.
Yeah, you're using the old school.
Old school. Ain't no
Yeah,
school
and that's
like
gotta
the
go.
old school. And then get rid of the stop sign over here. But let's just look now that we've gone through this little exercise.
And we're doing it quick and sloppy.
yeah, this is very sloppy. You're going to do a lot better job than this, right?
right.
So look at the same scene now without the turn off. So when you do this right, I think it's going to look good because you got to fix this little
Yeah, and if
area
you
in
fix
here.
the roads, so the roads like got the
Yeah.
lane lines all the way down, clean. Like I think that's the shot you saw in your head.
Right.
It's just you're gonna have that as other things. You're
You
gonna
gotta
have to
work
scale
on
that.
that.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
It'll
All
just
right.
take some effort.
Yeah, it'll take a little bit of doing, but you can do it. And this one's kind of, unfortunately, just kind of meh. I'm not sure what the subject is.
Well, yeah, that's what you're like. Where am I supposed to look? Am I supposed to look at these
I looking at this
Joshua
thing?
trees over
Yeah.
here? Am I looking at the rock formation? And then the sky's kind of nice, the lighting, but then like there's just not like one thing.
So you got
Versus your first
you got
one,
a winner here.
You've got the arch there,
Yep.
leading into the Milky Way.
That's a great shot. This one's got tremendous potential. This one, keep looking. Yeah, I wouldn't spend
Yeah.
much time on that at all. All right, let's see what's next. Oh,
Thumbnails look good.
ooh, thumbnails look good. I like that, but you know what?
What's going on with like the
Some ghosting. Now it could be intentional.
Could be, but it's kind of throwing me off
It is throwing me off a little.
because it's so like
this looks
ghosted.
intentional, though. This looks like that. I mean, this is Budapest.
Well,
A great bridge there.
Yeah, it's intentional, but it's okay. So
Oh,
they're
this is-
trying
they're
to
trying-
do
that's,
this.
That's a good. This is really well
That's a
done.
better
This is
execution
much-
of it.
Yeah.
The
This
first
one was
one
too subtle.
It's too subtle. Like yeah,
This one's like that's really good.
it's almost like they're stacking multiple exposures and
Yeah.
then blending them together.
Yeah, I like this. I like that a lot. This one needs a little bit more.
I think that's what it is. It's like the middle one we went, oh yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. The two front ones we went, I don't
It's
get
just
it.
not enough.
It's not enough.
They're like they're almost like they're ghosting like it was a problem in like in the old days when you accidentally you
Yeah.
didn't wind your camera enough and all that. So
yeah, it's just not enough.
yeah, but I like
But I like where you're going
yeah,
with
and
it.
also just let's take the ghosting out of it. These are very well done. They're very nice. That's
nice
really
post processing
nicely
on
done.
them,
Yeah, the post
all that
looks
stuff.
good. Yeah.
So you're trying something new. It's great.
We
The
like
middle
it.
one is
Yep.
the best execution.
All
Just
right.
do a little bit more.
just a couple
little
more.
more action.
What is happening? All right. Let's take a look at these.
Thumbnails look good. Simple scene. Ooh, nice.
I really like these.
I don't. Yeah, these
like
are
straight
great.
across the board. This is first off. This is my favorite.
Yeah, so simple.
Them so simple, and the way they're lit, and I think they were probably lit in post. It is possible that they had a light there and cloned it out.
Yeah,
later
like they could have had somebody with a
something.
pole
They
there that
could
they
have had,
cloned
yeah,
out.
with a little
Because that's
light.
an easy scene too to put them in though,
Yeah.
and then take a shot and then just you
Yeah.
know they could have taken 2 frames.
Yeah, it could be generative fill. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Great execution.
And this is very nice. It's
Mm-hmm.
a very nice moment, an interesting background. And this one's very clever with them in a restaurant looking through the window.
Oh, and I like the windows, the frame of the photo
Yeah,
too.
this
and,
is good. These
and
are-
then you got the reflection with the sunset in the reflection. or
Yeah,
this-
these are
you know,
very
like-
clever.
Like
Very-
all these,
Yep.
those are great.
Yay, very clever.
Those are some of the best we've seen.
Yeah, those are quite good. And this will be the last one for today. It's a cowboy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, this is just a guy sitting there looking awkward.
He's like, "Why are you taking my picture?
picture,
and
and
why
he-
did you cut off my feet?" And all that good stuff.
It's just not. It's not.
And then I'm
good.
holding the fish like I'm going to throw it at you.
And these are some school kids with their teacher. Looks like you just walked by and snapped it. There's no story. There's no nothing. It's just, yep, there's school kids going on a field
Much
trip.
stronger than the first one.
Yeah, this is
That could be part of like a filler for a story, though. But again, it's not that strong. It's
no.
not that strong.
And
But
this-
I'm stretching. I'm trying.
and this is okay. You gotta like, it's very, very different than the other two, but you know, it's a peak moment of action. He's jumping
Yeah.
off his horse to bring down the calf, and
Boy.
it's kind of mean to the calf.
Boy, yeah, it looks
But
just
you
a little
know,
awkward.
that's at least it's
Yeah, but I mean that.
yeah,
That's definitely your best
by far.
action. It's got
By
a
far.
subject, all that good
Not
stuff.
even close. All right, now
Hey, we got a couple things, right? So a couple more things. Did you want to talk about speaking of workshops?
yes, I knew I was forgetting something. So Eric and I have announced our workshop in Las Vegas. There are only 2 spots left. We just announced it. It's right there, right there. And I don't want you to think of Las Vegas as casinos. Don't think of gambling and casinos. In fact, the hotel we're staying at does not even have a casino, which means we'll be able to get in and out very quickly.
Yes.
Think of Las Vegas as our home base to go exploring and doing cool shoots in other places. And so we will have a bunch now.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what you were showing with the travel photography workshops we've done in the past, where in Santorini we got a model up on the villa, or there you
Yeah.
had the
And different-
Viking out in the landscape.
different
like,
stuff.
We love to make shoots. We
Yeah.
love to put stuff together, and that's one of the things we're going to do a lot on this workshop.
Yeah. So don't think we're going to go shoot at casinos. It's going to be a mixture of people and landscapes and shoots and other things I don't want to spoil. But that's what's coming up. It's going to be great. We only have 2 spots left on the trip. And also, Paul Kober, who you probably have seen here on the show, is going to be coming and assisting us on the shoot. So we'll have Paul to help us out, and me and the Kuna Man.
Yeah, so if you go to scottkelbyworkshops.com.
Yeah, but you know what I need to do? I need to make the ticket link available. Actually, here's
Yes.
what I can do. Give me 1 second, and what I'll do,
We'll
I'm
make
going to
it
give you
available.
Well, I can do that too,
Okay.
but I'm going to just give you the link right now. Hold on.
And the other thing, why he's got
it's
that
a
link that he's doing
funky
is
link. Hold on.
next week we got Photoshop World coming up next week. So go over to photoshopworld.com if you want to learn everything you need to know about Photoshop in 2024
And Lightroom.
and Lightroom.
And-
Well, Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe Photoshop Lightroom, which is the official name of Lightroom. It is a
I know, it's
Photoshop
crazy.
product. It's just Photoshop for photographers exclusively, almost is what I would call it. So both of those, you're going to learn how to master that in 2024. So you can join us over there. It's 4 days. So we've got a pre-con day and then 3 days of tracks. We've got 3 tracks What's great about it is you get access to all that content. So the day 1, day 2, day 3, all the tracks. You know, back with other, back in the day, other conferences, you could only go to one track, one session. You're going to get all 3 tracks over all 3 days, as well as the pre-cons. You get that for an entire year.
Yeah, and it's going to be fantastic. And you can go watch any classes you missed. You can watch classes on stuff. We have an evening with Joe McNally. There's so much to it, and you'll love it. Every year, it's a big hit. Would love to have you be a part of it. So
yeah, we even have the Film Fest coming back, which
Yep.
we always do these silly, funny, which we were just talking about before. We're filming we're putting together the Photoshop World movie right now.
Opening movie,
and it's
yeah.
it's very funny.
All right, I have the address for you if you want to grab one of the last 2 tickets for our Vegas workshop. It is on screen right now. So it's bit.ly/3ZHUUCB. That's it.
Are those like uppercase and lowercase?
No, it's just...
it doesn't matter.
Nah. It's just I chose a bad font.
There we go.
Let me change the font.
Well, that's where you go, and then
Let me just pick a font that's
obviously
not
too,
crazy.
The tickets will be made public as well. But if you go to that link,
it didn't change. Nice.
But I will say, there's only 2 spots left, so they tend to fill up fast.
There's only 2 spots left. We just announced it, 4 days ago. So if you want to grab one of those last 2 spots and come and hang with us, I promise you're going to have an amazing time. We got all kinds of goodies that we're going to be pulling on you. You're going to love it. You're going to come back with incredible
and that's
photos.
what it comes down to. Like when we were talking about this, it's like when we want to go to places. This is one of those places we said we really would love to go make photos. Like not just take people places, but make photos. And this is a place that we feel like we could do that.
Can I talk about where we're having the opening night dinner?
Oh, yeah. Always.
Ready? Carmine's in Caesar's Palace.
I love Carmine's.
Now, we had Carmine's in New York City at the original on West 44th, one of the greatest Italian restaurants anywhere.
Well, it's just a great atmosphere, too.
It's a wonderful atmosphere, and Vegas has one in the Caesar's Palace Forum Shops.
Yes.
That's where we're going to be having our opening night dinner. You're going to eat good on this trip.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
Eating good in the neighborhood. So here's what your homework is. Don't forget, go get your workshop ticket, get your Photoshop World ticket. Let's get learning, let's get doing, let's get out there and make it happen. Thanks to everybody that put in their images for critique.
Definitely.
And thanks to you all and thanks to Erik and company
we've got prizes
for covering for me.
We got prizes to give away as well. So.
No, let's not give away prizes.
We got to give away the prizes.
Don't do it.
I will get emails if we do not give away the prizes.
Why would you give away prizes? They cost money.
Yes. Well, we're not paying for them, though. That's great.
Okay.
So we got sponsors for that. All right. So prizes. We got Gary L's winning your Crush the Composition ebook.
Hey, you can go order this right now on Amazon, too, if you didn't win. If you're not Gary L, maybe you're Gary B or something, a different Gary. You can go on Amazon.
And
there
then,
it is. Or Rocky Nook. You can go direct and order it there.
And then the Platypod Basic, which I'll take off your Platypod Basic that we'll ship out. Well, we'll ship you a new one. PB is winning that. Chester is winning the V flat. Richard Gonzalez is winning the On One No Noise. Diane McDonald or Smathers is winning the Slick Pick. And then Raul Cruz is winning the Retouch for Me Hail app. And is that it? Or is there one more? That's it. All right. Well, there we go. If you just email us over at gridprize@kelby1.com, verify information, then send you out your prize. Awesome. Do that by Friday, hopefully.
Next Wednesday, there won't be a grid, will there?
Next Wednesday, there will not be a grid.
Because we'll be in the middle of
Photoshop World.
Yeah.
If you want to see some cool stuff, then go to Photoshop World.
It'll blow your mind. It'll curve your spine. Also, I want to give a shout out to Stu, our entire studio audience today.
Stu.
Get it? Studio audience? Stu is the studio audience. Is it any coincidence? I think not. Don't breathe. Don't move.
I don't know. Maybe Stu's staying around for our VIP podcast that's happening after this.
Maybe he is.
We'll see.
That's how Stu is.
We'll see. We got the VIP podcast here in a second.
VIP podcast coming up this afternoon. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Peace. And let's see the smooth, dulcet tones of Dobson on the
That's
jaw.
nice. He's holding it. I mean, it was now.
Photoshop World 2024, where imagination becomes reality. Come join us for 3 days of creativity, fun, and teaching. Discover the future of photo editing with the industry experts. Transform your photos with Photoshop fundamentals. Improve your Lightroom workflow. Dive into new AI, presets, and filters. Try next-level color techniques. Learn creative compositing. And improve portraits with advanced retouching. Your journey to extraordinary images starts here.
This class is a photographer's guide to Budapest. Now, I've learned a lot from my friend Scott about photography, location shoots, all kinds of stuff like that. Great restaurants, right?
Yes.
This is a fun class.
Oh, we're going to go to 17 different locations. If you're thinking of going to Hungary, and it is a wonderful, super photogenic, very, very fun city, and you want to come back with amazing pictures, 17 places, Larry. I'm going to take them to 17 locations. I'm going to say, here's where to shoot. Here's what the shot looks like. I've got some behind the scene photos. I've got maps to show you where to stand, where I took the picture, different angles. I'm going to give you insider tips. I'm even going to tell you where to eat. I got some good recommendations for restaurants because it's a foodie town. Woo, there's some good stuff there. And you know what else? Hungary is very inexpensive. As a country, it's one of the least expensive places that you can travel to. You're going to be shocked at how little things cost once you're there, and you're going to have a great time. And I'm going to make sure of it. I'm going to put you in the perfect spot to come back with killer shots that are make your friends so jealous that you'll probably won't be friends anymore. That's where it's going. All right, where do you find this class? It's exclusively at kelby1.com.
I am a portrait and wedding photographer based in Valencia, Spain.
I do mainly commercial and editorial photography, and I retouch up to 100 photos a month.
We shoot almost every day for all kinds of clients, such as commercial, beauty, and fashion. And we retouch our work more often, like every other day.
I used to spend over 1 hour for one photo.
If we want professional results, we must remove skin blemishes, do micro dodge and burn, highlight eyes, whiten teeth, and even reduce wrinkles in clothes. And this can easily take me up to 2 hours of work for each photo.
So when I saw that there's a plugin for Photoshop that helps you retouch quicker, I was eager to get my hands on it.
I read many feedbacks about it, and I found a lot of positive reviews, which made me to consider buying my first plugin.
One of the challenges we have at the end of a session or wedding is to achieve an edition in our photograph that look natural. This is where retouch for me has become a game changer.
I love the feature that you can pick how much effect it has on your photo, and you can adjust it accordingly to your style.
I saved a lot of time and always end up having amazing result with my work.
I am extremely happy with the quality.
Now I am more efficient and have more time to spare with my family.